Hi, Mrs. Weber. This is Sarah Burbank. I didn't think of doing any type of video instruction until now. I just wanted to let you know that this is how the batter should look like before you do the balls. So if it's soupier or if it's too thick, you may want to add a little bit more peanut butter or a little bit more butter. But the recipe, I found the ratio of the ingredients is excellent. I'm going to modify it just a little bit. I know it calls for different utensils, like two different pans to melt the peanut butter in. But so basically what I do is I'm going to put these in a ball, and I just use like a casserole dish or something like that to put them in the freezer. I just use wax paper, so you don't have to use parchment or anything special. Just something where they're easily taken off of. So you can use a plate, you can use anything. So I'm gonna put these in for about maybe 15-20 minutes in the freezer, and then I'm gonna come over and dip them in chocolate. So I just want to show you, I just took a handful and I just rolled it in my hands, and that's just kind of the size. The best way to do it is, I mean, the recipe's great, but the best way to do it is just kind of eyeball it. That's my 6-month-old in the background, but I'm going to place several of these in a pan for you. So here are the Buckeyes right before they go into the freezer for about, 15-20 minutes. They're not going to be frozen. They're just, the point of putting them in the freezer is so that they're cool enough to melt them in the chocolate and that the chocolate would harden quickly. Okay, here's where I modify one of the steps. It calls for the chocolate chips or the chocolate morsels to be melted in a double broiler or in a bowl over a pan with water in it. I have just found by putting it on low and letting it melt a little bit and then taking it off of the burner, it actually is faster and a lot simpler. So make sure that you have a non-stick middle pan, or whatever you need for the amount of Buckeyes you're going to make. So I'll show you in just a second how I do it. It's been about 20 minutes since I put the Buckeyes in, so I'm just going to put the front broiler on low, and I'm going to wait maybe about a minute and a half and start stirring the chocolate chips. Here I have peanut butter and milk chocolate chips, which are great. You can do semi-sweet, you can do milk chocolate, dark chocolate. Okay, you can see that it's starting to melt. The thing is that you don't want it to burn, so it's going to melt here really quickly. And as soon as you get to your consistency, pull out the Buckeyes, and I'll show you how I dip them in. Awesome, the chocolate's now ready for the Buckeyes. Just to let you know, I do take off the heat from the burner. Okay, here are the Buckeyes from the freezer. They call for toothpicks for every Buckeye, but I have found by just using one toothpick, you can actually get the whole job done. I didn't have any toothpicks, so you just have to be innovative. The product isn't about how you do it, but it's about the finished product. So I found a coffee stirrer. I know this is crazy, but I wasn't planning on making Buckeyes today. I just happened to have all the ingredients, and I had to actually third the recipe because I didn't have enough powdered sugar. So here's what I do. You would use a toothpick, but I actually because the toothpick doesn't seem to be sturdy enough, so I'll actually just take the whatever utensil you have, just like that, and just dip it back in, and then voila, there, you got a Buckeye. And you can pat it back in however you want, but once you put them back in the freezer, that chocolate will really harden, and it'll make a nice little treat. So this is all that I do. It's really, really simple. It takes probably 10 minutes to prepare. Probably altogether you're looking about 45 minutes. It's not bad, and it's a really, really fast way to make some delicious cookies. So all you need is vanilla, powdered sugar, peanut butter, butter, and semi-sweet morsels. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, as you can see, I'm all done, and I'm going to put these in the freezer. The best way to serve them is straight out of the freezer. If you put them in the refrigerator, it's fine, but I have found that it's the consistency, the taste, the texture, it's just perfect out of the freezer. So you'll just have to experiment, but this is what they look like, and they're delicious, so I will make sure you get these.